Tranquility, Queer Eye, Teach Us, and we got Charlie. Welcome in, everybody. If you haven't tapped or commented or followed just yet, please do so. My name is Justin S. I am your host here. We're going to be talking about some pretty crazy things. I'm going to dive into my experience with UFOs, first of all, because it's a big part of my life. Like I mentioned earlier, there's a lot of footage, especially 2023, 2024. Everyone's got a phone. Everyone's pretty used to having their camera on their phone, and everyone pretty much reacts. The moment they see something fucked up, people rarely forget to go into their pocket and get out the camera and take a couple photos or videos. And that's what we're dealing with in this day and age. Everything is being put on film, whether it's CCTV cameras in your hand, cameras on your person, cameras in your car, pretty much everywhere. You can't get away from the camera right here, camera over there, camera up there, camera in the sky. I've been watching a lot of those, I'm sure everyone has. There's a star man waiting in the sky. With all those videos of like people getting saved heroically, whatever the case may be. It's pretty addictive stuff, especially when it's like the good guy wins. Someone comes in there with a gun ready to hold up the whole place, and then some old man with a cowboy hat wrestles the man to the ground, gets the gun, plugs him a couple. It's great, just great watching. Drop me a call. Thank you, Botrix. Thank you for dropping that. Okay, guys, you can quickly spam if you like. This is the spamming hour. Yo, switcheroo McGrew. So what I want to find for you, we're going to do Chrome. We're going to go to the first one I wanted to show you is STS-75. There. Webcam and Google Chrome. Okay, that's all we have. There's always a way to do it. So flight day 9, right? Okay, so STS-75, it's a very, very interesting experiment, actually, that NASA was performing in 1994. I think it was 1994 or 1997. I can't remember exactly. What they did is they electromagnetically charged a reactive tether. It's like coil, an old phone cord from the 90s. Once it's electrically magnetically charged, it expands. And this massive coil can reach up to 40 miles long or something ridiculous like that. And it's an alternative for propulsion, jet propulsion. They were experimenting with it. And it was rather successful until, of course, the tether reached the outer atmosphere, in where their calculations were somewhere between 2 and 10 times the intensity of what they had anticipated, in which case the tether snaps at both ends, shploings back together. But when it shploings back together, you got to realize this thing is underground 12 miles. At rest, it is 12 miles long. So that line you're seeing right there, right? That is when the tether quite literally snapped at both ends because of the charge that was too intense for the camera itself. It came back, it sprung back to its normal position, but it's still 12 miles long. These things were coiled underground, it wasn't like straight underground, but there's a lot more to this. It's a pretty intense story with an even more intense video. And this video, a lot of people might not know this, but Dan Aykroyd, a Canadian, claims to be a multiple abductee. He was the one that went to court. He was the one that fought to get this piece of footage released to the public, because it was aired on television, Canadian television, and it was quickly put underground and swept underneath, and no one spoke about it. Dan Aykroyd fought tooth and nail, 5 years, and finally he had this video released, and here we go. Enjoy it. Hang on. This is the wrong vidya. Flight day, yeah, that's the one. Okay, here we go. Space runaway satellite. No, that's not it either. See? This used to be a very easy piece of footage to find. Very easy. And now it's gone. That's unreal. So here these are images of it, that long line in the sky.
It's a television view now as okay,
this
midday club.
Not showing full screen, but here it is here, guys.
Again, just moving into sunrise.
And I will be pausing this from time to time. Okay, so what you're seeing here is a 12-mile long tether, okay? It was coiled up in the ground. It was coiled up. Primarily, it's coiled itself, but then also it's coiled into the ground. It's massive, absolutely massive. So when it's completely stretched out, which it is now, and it has no gravity, so it's going to stay, long. Nothing's pulling it back or pushing it out. And so you've got like a static object here. Now this is out in space. When you can hear the man on the microphone ask what we're seeing in the foreground, because we can clearly see there's a lot of things kind of hovering and swimming and zooming, and they're making right angle turns. There's another great video. It's all they follow these little dots here. They follow them with like a tail. And so you'll see them take right angle turns. You'll see them stop and reverse. They don't act like dust. They don't act like bugs. They don't act like birds. And it's in space. These are just the tip of the iceberg. The other big ones that are huge. This film is tremendous. Let's watch.
81 nautical miles now from Columbia.
That's NASA. So 1997, I believe it was.
Well, the long line is a tether, and there's a little bit of debris that kind of flies with us, and it's illuminated by the sun at such low angles. There's a lot of stray light, and it's getting washed out quickly, but Claude is trying to do a quick, good job here adjusting the cameras.
100 nautical miles.
Completely unzoomed.
You're not seeing the whole video. I don't know why the side of the it's not coming in all the way. I'm going to try and do something here. Let me just experiment for a moment here, and let's continue watching.
And you see the full extent of the tether under the body bag.
Huh? That was it. That wasn't it. Oh, I've seen. This is so weird. Guys, that is one of my favorite all-time videos to go to get re-inspired, and just to, it's just such a great piece of footage. 1996, they say. I thought it was 97. STS-75. Let's put STS tether incident. Tether incident. There we have it. And satellite drifts and snaps. Okay, these are all good. Runaway. Okay, we've already seen that one. Tether incident background march. Okay, what? Okay, there we go. This is much better. Much better. Much better. Much better. Full length video.
It's a tether, and there's a little bit of debris that kind of flies with us, and it's illuminated by the sun at such low angles. There's a lot of stray light, and it's getting washed out.
See how big that one was in the background there? And keep in mind, like I said, now this one's flashing, right? Keep in mind, like I said, this is 12 miles long and super thick, right? So these things that are quite literally, you can see flying behind it, are obviously massive, like 1.5 kilometers wide. The radius must be massive. So let's keep watching here. Look at this one flashing, and they all have the same relative shape with the dot in the middle and those notches in the side. What the fuck? These are only clips of them. Man, this thing, that's how you know it's real. When it's been torn down off of YouTube. What ridiculousness altogether. But anyway, so that was the one that was the one that kind of fueled me, the beginning. Like if I type in UFO footage, sorry, 2024, right? It's normally weird, fake stuff, all UFO sightings, music, 2024. Okay, so that looks pretty cool. Both look pretty cool, actually. So this is the kind of stuff we're talking about here. We're going to hear a lot of like, holy fuck, what's that in the sky, man? I don't know. See, it might not be just, I don't want to have someone's voice. So look at that, though. These are showing up more and more, these weird, see, it's going to be a lot of commentary. I can't watch this one, but look at that. Powering up behind a cloud. There's one video where Buddy shoots a green laser at a UFO, and it returns a green laser back at him. The same color, the same everything. It was crazy. So it's color film. He's outside at night. You see something moving. I see something moving right there. See, I told you. Holy fuck, bro. See, I knew it. How did I guess that? I have not seen that. I swear to God, I have not seen that video. That is too funny.
Oh my God. No way.
Show some class. You know this is going viral. Show some. Okay, that was all right, but no. There's one where the laser is shot back at the people. Yeah, this laser. Okay, so he's trying to debunk it by or he's made it. See that's another thing is that I can do some pretty extravagant things here using the cap cut. You know, so it's like I wonder what you guys are doing up there. I bought a laser recently just to flash it in the sky because, you know, here in Mexico, there are tons of things flying around the ocean and they're unexplained. They're not really talked about. They are put into the media. Mexico's much more open with their UFO information, the Mexican government, thanks to Jaime Maussan. See, look at this one. Okay, so this is a great. See the green one right here. This is a great example of what we can do at home. So these lasers they're using are basically like $30 to $50 handheld green lasers, and they have a rinky-dink digital camera. I shouldn't say rinky-dink because I have the same one. So you've got an HD camera with night vision. Right, not very expensive. I don't remember what this cost me. It wasn't very expensive, but the digital zoom on it is incredible. Like it says how far it zooms under the sticker there. It is really, 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 really good. With a laser and with this, I don't know how to put this without sounding weird, guys. On a clear night with no clouds, you are guaranteed to see some activity in the sky. If you get a good set of binoculars, will always help with this. Now these are Bushwell's 8x80 or something like that. I'm not sure. I don't remember, but they are tremendous. They are always on my back when I go to the beach at night. This one is, I'm equipped with it just in case, right? I think tonight's a crescent moon. Maybe we'll go down and check her out. But yeah, that's all you need. This guy and that. And let's watch the video that they find because there's something out there called CE5. And what CE5 is it's not aliens coming to visit you. Like, you know, there's close encounters of different kinds. Close encounter of the first kind, second kind, third kind, and fourth kind, right? Close encounter of the third kind, of course, remember the movie, is where the alien abducts you, right? Close encounter of the first kind is seeing something in the sky. Close encounter of the second is seeing something close to you or in your home or something. I don't know. I don't exactly know the different degrees, but let's check this out. This is a typical CE5 is what I'm trying to say. Now, what CE5 is you meditate for a small amount of time, 20 to 30 minutes, and you sort of, in your mind's eye, you want to kind of Google Maps triangulate your position in the world. You know, it doesn't have to be super accurate, but if you were to go to Google and just start zooming out with your fingers, kind of do that in your mind. You know roughly on the map where you are. You're just shouting out positive vibes basically for a little while, and then you get out your binoculars. You find clusters of stars. I'm going to give you the method right here. You find clusters of stars, okay? Because you want something. You want something to clock it with. You want to be able to see something moving, not just yourself, because this is a very unstable lens, right? You're holding it with your own hands, right? So you find clusters of stars and keep going from this cluster to that cluster to this cluster to those clusters, and eventually you're going to see one of those stars start to jump around, move, or start to slowly move, and you're wise to follow these subjects with your binoculars for a while. Now you're going to see one of two things. You're going to see either this object stay completely in one motion, in one trajectory, and go completely across the sky. Like 9 times out of 10, especially at the slow rate that you're seeing, this is a satellite put there by our government. That's 9 times out of 10. But there's one time you're going to see an object moving, and then it'll stop, continue moving in a different direction or the same direction, or it will stop and reverse and go back the way it was coming, or it will exhibit fast movements up and down, left and right, or it will have very large light power-ups. And sometimes they can be very, very quick. Sometimes it all depends. It all depends. But they're always very close to the surface of the Earth with absolutely no sound. Like this is the real turning point. It's like, okay, so if they don't have sound, and the government is complaining, the government is saying there's no such thing as UFOs, then where is this free energy technology? Like something's got to give. And everyone's, oh, why would the government cover it all up? Why would they do that? Because gasoline and oil make a lot of fucking money. And if this technology that we've had since the 40s, is to be released, all those companies are going down. And who doesn't want those companies to go down? The richest people in the world that control the media. Anyway, let's watch this video. Okay, this is another thing you'll see. See how small it is and that's an airplane at the bottom. You can see the difference. The flashing lights, probably making a lot of sound. You won't be able to see that with your naked eye. That's something you're going to have to see with binoculars or digital zoom. To our naked eye, that triangular cluster of lights is so absolutely minute, you will not be able to see it with anything stronger than at least some good binoculars. Don't buy your binoculars at Toys R Us, and you should be fine.
Is it quiet?
It's completely quiet.
Oh, yeah.
Washington, huge UFO hotspot in Washington. I've been to Washington before, Washington State. I went to the base of Mount St. Adams with James Gilliland, the ESETI Ranch.
Oh, yes, he's powering up.
There we go. Actually, you know what? I'll tell you right now, that's the voice of James Gilliland. This is at the ranch that I was at. This is filmed there.
Whoa, that was an incredible one.
That's the voice of James. Yeah.
I got it on film.
So that's the kind of thing you see on his ranch, ESETI Ranch. That's the kind of thing you see every night on a clear night. As long as there's no clouds, you keep your eyes on the sky, you're going to see some amazing activity. I don't know why his campground is such a hot spot. There could be a military base nearby, or simply the UFOs just like his energy, because he does a lot of meditating and all that hippy dippy stuff that we don't know too much about there, buddy. Thanks, guys. I don't see any follows yet, y'all. 3.
Does that change in direction?
It's like the weird. See, that's
oh, there it goes.
the best music. Listen to this. Epic.
Come on.
Dun, 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 dun. See, they're sending the lasers toward it.
Oh, yeah. That little one just went right by.
And you can hear these folks laughing. You can hear them really letting loose.
Yeah, keep shooting.
And the reason behind that is because it's an amazing feeling seeing these in the sky. It's a tremendous feeling. They're laughing out of joy. They went there to see something in disbelief, and there it is right in front of their eyes. It's like magic. It's that whimsical feeling you get in your gut, It goes against everything we've ever been taught. And that's really cool.
Stop. Stop.
Yeah, dude.
Wow, beautiful color.
So, as I can see, this entire video is filmed at the East City Ranch with David Gilliland. That's just as far as I can see.
Oh, wow. There we go.
That's nuts, man.
Oh, my God.
That's me. And we had this object come into the sky.
Okay, so that's the voice of Dr. David Greer. Lots of history with Dr. David Greer, man. He's had his fair share. He in 2000, he got together about 20 or 30 of the top military men in America, and for the National Press Conference for Disclosure, UFO Disclosure Project. Really worth watching. You do have to kind of set yourself. It's really boring, is what I'm trying to say. It is boring. But the people that come forward and talk about their experiences are highly decorated in the military, highly trusted by our governments, and they're retired. They don't have any more. What's that? What's that thing? The secrecy. NDA or whatever. I forget what. Anyway, they don't care that they're not supposed to talk anymore. They're like, I'm retired. I'm almost dead. Come get me. In other words, they're not going to gain anything from spreading this information around other than hopefully mankind coming together, holding hands, unified, and making decisions as a whole instead of one or two people at the tippity top making the crucial decisions for us. Anyway, I digress.
It began to signal with my laser. I have a stronger laser.
I have a stronger
very bright.
laser.
And we had one do this for 2 hours and 45 minutes.
He's a smart guy. He's very smart, but holy smokes is he boring. And he's got great documentaries with good information, but he's very self-centered, I think. He's always pointing the camera at himself and just kind of like what we're doing here on Kick, I guess. But I mean, he talks ad nauseum. He's like, and then literally, basically, shut the fuck up. Get back to the footage. You know what I mean?
After which, a big
After
orb
which.
that all of us came right into the circle of our group. And you hear some tones in the background. Okay, these are the transmissions from Orion.
That's Orion's belt in the middle there.
We had these electromagnetic detectors in the middle of the national park. We had this for 5 hours. These are laser and other electromagnetic. We have gravitometers, gravity, and we're in an area where there's absolutely nothing. And these were going on at the same time, these objects coming through Orion.
That's actually some pretty significant movement. I think it's in Jerusalem. There's another really good bit of footage. I think it's in Jerusalem. I'm going to see if I can find it. What it does is it powers up, and there's multiple angles of this one. Yeah, wow, it's still on YouTube because this one seems legit. It's on the.
There's a new video this morning that some say may be proof we're not alone in the universe. A UFO in the form of a bright light is seen descending over the Dome of the Rock in Jerusalem. The video is said to be taken over the weekend. Then suddenly the light shoots up into the sky. Here you see it. Another video from a different angle appears to show the light doing the same thing. Those clips have gone viral now.
Trying to turn it down a little bit, but I think picks it up and said, "Look at this thing! What the?" And the dogs aren't attacking it. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! The dogs are just watching it hover.
The camera overlooks an empty lot. 3 stray dogs are spooked by an unknown floating object that hovers about the area.
That's nuts. Oh my God, buy a better camera. Like, this is the part that's trippy. Right over that light area, you don't see any movement in the
Is
feed
the
at all. It's
object
just
through an
fucking
infrared filter?
floating.
It looks to be an amorphous blob that drifts through the air.
Who are you gonna call? Amorphous blob. I just think that's a camera glitch. Really.
Initially, people thought the footage was edited with CGI. However, the fact that the dogs interact
It's
with the
weird.
object seems to discredit this theory. Some comments speculated whether the object is alien in nature, perhaps
In
crafted some
nature.
kind, collecting data, camera,